I don't know why I bought this. I've been very critical of Cars on the Road color changers, talking about how unnecessary I think most of them are, how they're of characters that nobody asked for, and variants that people would much rather just get the regular diecasts for. Um, I don't know why I bought this one. I told myself that I would stop buying on the road color changers because I haven't really been enjoying most of them. And then I bought this. I guess I have a problem. I guess, I have a problem where if I see a car I don't have in the store, I just immediately get it, which is usually fine when it comes to regular singles because, there are frequent times where I see a single once and then never see it again. So in that case, I gotta. And I try to collect every single. But I told myself I gotta slow down and not get as many color changers if I'm not liking them. And then I bought this one. This is the color changer of Royce Revsley, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. And I think the only reason why I bought it was because I saw the new color changer of Sheriff, which I reviewed a few days back, and that was something that I genuinely wanted to get. And Royce was also there, and I just picked him up. But in hindsight, I kind of regret it. I definitely did not need to get this one. Like I said, I'm trying not to get every single color changer, especially if I don't like them. And I think the Royce one is fine, but it's definitely on the weaker side in terms of appearance. Compared to like the Revo Cost one and even the Dat's Jammin' one, Royce here is looking a little rough. And I think the main reason why I jumped on this one was purely because it has the black tires instead of those ugly white salt ones. Which is good in a case like Revo Cost, where in my opinion the Revo Cost color changer looks as good as the diecast. He's actually more accurate thanks to some color choices they made with him, and of course he doesn't have the weird salt wheels. Royce, on the other hand, I didn't really realize in the store that he doesn't look all that much like the diecast of Royce, so getting this to be a Royce Revsley with black tires, not my best idea. Anyway guys, welcome back to yet another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the color changer of Royce Revsley, so let's get started. As you can see, here is Royce getting his color change. It's nice to know that in 2024 it seems we'll be breaking away from the on-the-road color changers. Royce is a very awkward one, that feels kind of a year late to me, honestly. But as you can see, he'll be changing from yellow to a sort of orangey color. Not the orangey red of his regular diecast, unfortunately. It seems that it's a bit more unique. Let's pop him out of the packaging here, and, yeah, he looks interesting, alright. Dude's got a side profile like Gonzo, okay. You know, honestly, I think something that would have done wonders for this was simply if they gave it that black border around his eyes, which he does have in the show, and you can see that on the artwork. I think I'd like him a lot better if he had that. I know that's such a small, minor change, but honestly, I think that would have made a big difference. Another thing that would have made a big difference is if he changed to a darker red. Usually I really like color changers where both of the two colors are ones that are not typically on the character. Nowadays, we get a lot of color changers where one color is the color the character usually is and the other isn't, and it's rare that we get one where both colors are not the typical color for the character. Royce is one of those cases, with this brighter orange and his other color being yellow, unless we dip him in water and he turns out to be a bit closer to this color. And this is just how he's sort of settled and has been sitting for the past few weeks, but I assume this is his, cold water, darker color. And yeah, usually I really like color changers like that, but in the case of Royce, where, again, I picked him up to be a version of Royce that has accurate wheels, he has a lot of inaccuracies. He doesn't have that border around his eyes, and his color is not the same color, which, again, I wish I had noticed in the store. I probably would have passed up on this guy. We've got some nice detailing on him, though. I love that this silver part is still molded in and painted in. We've got the very interesting number of 523A. NIC on the side, OLAS 523A, once again over there. Do have some more interesting design choices here, like completely cutting out the detailing where the door handle is, which I guess is on the regular diecast, but not as severe as it is here. I've been so nice to the color changers over the past few years with how much detail they've been incorporating, and it's a shame to see Royce not have as much detail as his regular diecast. He's very, very close. All I see missing are these sort of lighter stripes on him. You do get one up here, but he is missing the ones around the rims. Other than that, he is very well detailed. I just don't think he's the most appealing color. 1215R there. Of course, this whole back assembly which looks a little bit different. This part isn't as detailed, but neither is that part down there, and perfectly fine. You know, it's not one-to-one with the diecast. There's a look at the side and a look at the base, and now let's bring this guy to the water. Alright, so you're hot and you're cold. Somebody inform Katy Perry. Alright, let's start by dipping him in the cold water, see if there's any change. No, he's the exact same. Okay, just like I thought. Now into the warm water. See him change to yellow. Oh wow, that is a very yellow. This really just makes him look like a banana. Wow. Okay, you know what? Definitely prefer the yellow color to the orange color, which just feels to me like a poor imitation of Royce's typical color scheme. Like they couldn't get it just right. I don't know if the intention was to try to make it match Royce's regular color. I think that's probably what it was, and as I showed earlier, it's not the best. I definitely prefer this yellow color. I honestly think that looks pretty nice. But, you know, I'll definitely leave him displayed as this. Definitely prefer that over the orange, which I think is not the best. But I think this is a lesson to us. And by us, I mean specifically me. This is a lesson to me and only me, which is don't buy items that you know you probably aren't going to like going in. You know, when it comes to other items over the history of my channel that I haven't liked, like Hot Rod Steve Herschel or Road Rumbler Mater, I still wanted to get those items because, you know, I could use them in other videos and Cars Adventures, and I've gotten a lot of mileage out of them. And, you know, I still wanted to get them to expand my 155 scale collection. But when it's come to the rare cars that I really don't like and don't see any use for, you know, I really didn't like the endurance racers, and I stopped buying those because I wasn't a fan of them and I had no other use for them. I didn't need to add them to my collection, in my opinion. I had no purpose for them in my Cars Adventure series or anywhere else on the channel. And Royce, this Royce, in my opinion, is one of those cases. While I do like this yellow color, I already have a much better looking Royce, and, you know, as a color changer, he's fine, but as a piece of Royce Revsley merchandise, in my opinion, yeah, that ain't it, Chief. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.